channel and welcome to the first episode of Hampton Your House. If you're new here, hi, my name is Belle and my channel is all about bringing the Coastal Hamptons vibe to your house. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I would love for you to consider subscribing by hitting the red button below, which by the way is absolutely free, and I hope you'll stick around for more videos. For today's awesome DIY, we're starting with cushions. Because changing your cushions can have a huge impact on the look of a room without you having to do anything major at all. But has anyone noticed how expensive cushions normally are? Even if you just want a basic cushion, it could set you back around $20. But if you want a pretty one, you could be looking at $35 to $75. So here is my tip for getting gorgeous Hampton style cushions at a fraction of the cost. I was looking through some home design pictures when I suddenly realized that tea towels would make the perfect Hamptons cushions, depending on the color and style, of course. Tea towels have that great natural cotton fiber look, and they usually have an open weave to the material, but they also come in a few different textures, which is great for cushions. And you can easily find designs that speak to the Hampton style, like navy and white stripes, blue florals, and also a natural beige or grey look, like these sets that I picked up from Target for between $6 and $12. I'll link these sets in the description box below so that you can have a look. Another great place to look for Hampton style tea towels would be Kmart, and also Bed Bath & Table have some gorgeous designs, although you might pay a little bit more there. So all you really need to make these cushions is access to a sewing machine, some thread, a zip that's around 35 centimeters long, or you could use buttons if you prefer, some sewing pins, scissors, your tea towels, and a cushion cover insert. I've used a navy zip, and I think it gives the end product a super professional look. But of course, if you're making an all grey cushion, you'll probably want to use a grey zip instead. I'm planning on using inserts from cushions that I already have, and that way when I feel like changing my cushions, I can just change the covers over, and I don't have to store piles of cushions that I'm not using. If you don't already have cushion inserts lying around, you can pick them up quite cheaply from places like Spotlight or any other craft or sewing type stores. Time to Hampton your house, or is it Hampton your couch? First, cut the material to size using another cushion cover in the size you want as a guide. Remember to leave a seam allowance on every side of about 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeters. At the top edge here, I've left the original sewn edge on, and this is the edge where I'm going to put my zip. It will end up being the bottom of the cushion. If yours is similar to mine, the total width of your squares should be approximately 45 centimeters or a little smaller, and that includes the seam allowance. My cushion inserts say on the tag they're about 50 centimeters, although they appear to be smaller than that because of the fluffiness. Right sides facing in, put a little mark 5 centimeters in from the edge of the fabric on each side of the zipper seam side. Check that your zip will fit between these marks and adjust the marks slightly if you need to. Remember that you can sew over the bottom part of the zip, so it doesn't matter if your zip is too long, it can be longer than 35 centimeters, but you need to access the top part of the zip, obviously, so that you can unzip it, so make sure that it's sticking out. Pin the two pieces of material right sides facing in, just below the seam where you will sew the zip. Sew your approximate 5 centimeters in on either side, and then backstitch the ends. This just means to sew over the ends backwards and forwards a few times to give it extra strength. Pin your zip on, face down, making sure that the zipper head part is accessible. Sew the zipper on, backstitching every corner for extra strength. You can use a zipper foot on your sewing machine for this, but for argument's sake, I used the normal foot and it worked just fine. The zipper foot will allow you to sew in closer to the zip, but for this project, it's not absolutely necessary, so it's really up to you. To sew around the corners, put the needle through the material in the place where you'd like the corner to be. Then lift the foot, turn your material 90 degrees and keep sewing with a back stitch. Make sure you undo the zip first and then sew the remaining 3 sides of the cushion together, reinforcing the corners by doing a few back stitches. Off any extra material in the corners, being careful not to cut too close to the stitching. Turn the cushion cover the right way out, gently pushing out the corners, then put the cushion insert in, and you have a gorgeous Hampton style cushion. Bonus tip time. If you have young kids like me and you're not too sure about light coloured cushions, grab your leather shoe waterproofing spray or Scotch Guard if you have some and give your cushion a spray to protect the fabric. Be sure to follow the directions on the can and test a small corner first. So now that you know how to make a gorgeous Coastal Hamptons cushion, you can try a few more. Here are some that I've made. You can use tea towels for the front and back like I have, or you can get a natural looking material like calico from your local sewing shop if you prefer. And if all of this looks like too much work, or you don't happen to have a sewing machine handy, you could also try using a hot glue gun to glue your seams together, although your cushions probably won't last as long, so just keep that in mind. I hope you've enjoyed this DIY, and I would love for you to let me know how your cushions turned out in the comments section below. Have fun making your own Hamptons style tea towel cushions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!